back, ladies and gentlemen.
Could you believe it?
We're just gonna do a bi-yearly episode.
I mean, it's the kind of thing you don't expect, but you hear about it, you cancel your plans.
A new episode?
Yeah. I mean, somebody right now is on their honeymoon going, "Hun, we gotta postpone. I know there are non-refundable tickets. The new episode just came out. I can't listen to it on the plane. I gotta drop everything.
I can't be around you, frankly."
The amount of cooming that will happen as a result of... I don't think I can say that when we have titles of episodes like fucking the bolts off an 11-year-old boy.
That's
which is the most recent classic.
Oh god, that one cracks the fuck out of me. Fucking the bolts off an 11-year-old boy.
It's a close second in title alone. It's a close second to Kyle Rittenhouse walks into a boy growler.
Oh, I forgot
which cannot be beaten. I think unofficially we won several awards for that title. Most of them were like, I would never listen to the show, but I read the title and you get the award. So.
Man, that was I forgot all about Kyle Rittenhouse.
We were hitting our stride, and now we just gotta condense it down a little bit. You know, we gotta package it real nice for you.
Yeah. We should be able to do more often. We've been hanging out every weekend for like a month now.
You just don't get to hear it.
Yeah, we've had some real bangers. Lots of 5 a.m. nights.
I don't want to just have you redo a bit, but your trip to Europe bit they did the other night really cracked me up.
What was that one?
Smoking cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
It's very good. It's classic.
I gotta try and remember. I remember the punchline. I don't remember how I lit up to it.
I don't really.
Everyone hold on. I gotta think about it. It's a really good lead up to a joke.
Hey everybody. Great to be here in Cleveland.
Hold on, let me think.
Oh, give me a fucking second.
Everyone stop fucking looking at me. It was,
doing affirmations up there. They're in their underwear. They're gay.
They're gay. They're kissing.
They're kissing.
Oh no, now I'm hard.
All of this into the microphone. Oh no!
Oh no, he's hot. So something like I really like to travel. Traveling's a real big hobby of mine, and I'm always looking for different types of cultures to appreciate. And I've been hearing all this stuff about these British folk.
These Europeans,
in Britain, they call smoking choking a fag. I imagine my disappointment when I hopped off that plane. Everyone was just talking about smoking cigarettes. What a fucking waste of $1,300. It was something like that. I had a much smoother. You get the idea.
It's nice.
I wanted to go and choke homosexuals to death.
It doesn't beat
allegedly
observational humor about quicksand, but that's frankly a level unmatched.
That was good. I think it was even better because the other guys were just not into it.
Nobody quite understands.
Tears. It's not quick.
It's slow. It's not even sad. I just watched the clip when they had Jerry Seinfeld on David Letterman. Whatever it was, late night, and he's talking about the Kramer Laugh Factory incident, and he's like, I actually have him on from satellite, and he's here he has something he wants to say, and then just because he's funny, he's being like, yeah, I made a serious mistake, and the crowd's like,
and he's like,
stop laughing!
It's not funny.
It's not funny. Even David Letterman was fucking cracking up. He was like, this is good.
This is a good bit.
He's like, do not cut the commercial right now.
I loved that video because of how fucking Jerry Seinfeld, he had to think that was pretty funny. He's a funny guy.
Yeah. He thought it was serious and it was tanking his reputation.
Yeah.
But
and like his fucking bottom line.
Like
God knows.
the way
For those of you listening at home, I did a little Jewish nose impression.
You had to be there.
Had to be here.
The way David Letterman laughs about it, he laughs like with him, like in a very like, this is funny. It actually, you're saying it's not funny, but it's actually quite funny.
I think the fact of you saying it's not funny makes it that much funnier.
Because like, if you remember what he said so pointedly in that incident,
yeah,
and then in his apology, it's all like off the cuff. He didn't write anything down. His apologies being like, things got heated and. I said some things I don't believe.
We got a right here, right here, screaming and pointing at this couple of black fellas.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. It's pretty funny, Jerry.
It's honestly, it's very funny.
Laugh Factory, fucking Kramer is hilarious.
I love the Lego set. Have you seen
the Laugh Factory Kramer Lego set?
Yeah.
No, I've got to see this. I've got to look at this. Think of something while I'm looking up the Lego set.
So anyway, in the news, top headline today, Madonna being sued by two. What the fuck
it's titled "Oh No, Who Let Kramer on Stage." Look at him.
It's pretty good. You can see the fucking posture and
he's getting
even with
the little Lego man.
Yeah, even the Lego hand. He's still pointing.
What about Madonna?
So Madonna's being sued by I think it was two concert goers. They claim that the concert started too late. From when the stated start date was supposed to be. Start time.
Okay.
And they were like, we have work tomorrow.
So how late was she?
I have no idea. I didn't even read anything. I read the headline.
That's what. But before we pass serious judgment, I mean, like, if she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do a concert at 7," and then it was like 1:30 in the morning before she drug her half-dead ass up on stage, then I could understand being upset about that. Upset enough to try and get a bank.
Well, the headline is gone. When I tried to look for it, there's just Madonna Sex Book 1994. If you wanted to see that.
Okay. That reminds me, who was that? Oh, damn. 1994?
1994.
How old is she in that? Like 55? Madonna's old,
with
isn't
Vanilla
she?
Ice. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
How old is
For those of you at home, go ahead and Google Madonna with Vanilla Ice.
Or Madonna Sex Book 1994. That could be
I didn't know that, so at first I thought they were just fucking, but spoiler alert, Vanilla Ice has his jeans on still, but she's stark nude. And they're in a what's that? Is it called Stand and Deliver? The one where it's like doggy but standing.
I don't know the Kama Sutra. I don't know if that...
The Kama Sutra.
Man, I don't know the names.
There, you got me there with that. The word Kama Sutra.
What, you're not familiar with the book of sex positions?
No.
You don't know the Kama Sutra?
No.
It's a book with all the sex positions. All of them.
All of them. I'm going to find a new one.
I'm sure you could. I was thinking about that, actually.
Finding a new sex position?
No. But the sex, the sex, it's not really a position, the sex thing, Spider-Maning woman.
Or then when you're standing and you flip her up and you eat her out, it's like standing 69?
No.
Oh.
It's when you nut in your hand and then you go like you're Spider-Man.
That's wonderful.
I was laughing, picturing. I was just working on my Stan Lee impression, so I was picturing Stan Lee hearing about that. No, hearing about it and being like, "Dear readers, what the fuck?
Dear readers,
I made a teenage boy in a red suit, and you're coming on people." What the fuck?
That's a much better avenue. I feel like the easy way out is that Stanley's doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, this is hip. He's like throwing cum on.
This is what the kids are doing.
Spider-Man. Yeah, no, that's better. It's better that he's upset about it.
Yeah. He doesn't understand.
I had this idea, not because I'm any kind of risk to any innocent people, or even, frankly, guilty people, yet. But I was thinking about...
Folks, that's a menace to society is what we call that.
Nah, bro, I'd be good. I'd be like...
This man was luring
like go and like find like child rapists and then, you know, like that. Who could be upset about a guy that kills child rapists?
Dexter?
Is that what he does? I never watched the show.
He kills bad people as child rapists.
I feel like that kind of really blurs a line.
Well,
I feel like I'm gonna like choose like
it's not a child rapist
4 really bad people, like types of like child rape, like
yeah,
other things,
child rape in general, other crimes,
shoplifting.
I'm gonna go after the worst criminals, the child rapists, the jaywalkers.
I'm gonna go to the fucking Detroit Target and just start killing people. This is a jail. This is.
You were like, no, bad people is too ambiguous. I'm gonna go to the Detroit Target. Guaranteed, only deserving crimes there.
Any 3-letter agency listening, this is all in jest, completely a gestuous. What would you call that? Something like post jest. I jested about it.
Post haste.
Get the fuck out of here. Been getting really into Sopranos.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Wonderful show. Wonderful show.
Carmela Harris.
Carmela Harris.
I wish I could do impressions of any of them.
Yeah,
I only have like the way Paulie does his P's, where it'd be like, I was pulling you up the ball. Funny guy.
Anyway, I was just pondering, and I was thinking about combines. You know, the wheat harvesting tractors.
Okay.
You know, like they got like pointy sticks on them and shit, and they twirl around. I'm like, if that ran over somebody, that'd be fucking crazy. Like, they would die for sure, and it wouldn't skip a beat, you know.
Right.
And I was like, it could run over like a group of people, and I mean that thing's gonna chunk 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 chunk. I mean, they make those John Deeres pretty damn good these days. So I mean, you can just kill a lot of people with a combine.
It's a great.
And then I was like, huh.
It's a great observation.
Yeah, right. What else do you think about when you think about combines?
It's not what serial killers think about.
No, I don't think so.
No.
they think about doing it. I'm thinking about it being done. It's a big difference.
No, I wasn't driving.
I was just watching as the hypothetical man drove the hypothetical tractor through the hypothetical.
So why is your penis out?
Yeah, then I was thinking about, you know, Combine murder, and I was like, oh, LOL, Columbine, isn't that funny? And so then, well, you could do, I mean, imagine, what were those pricks, what were their names? I don't remember the trench coat kids' names. The ones that did Columbine.
The punched up kicks.
Yeah. Those pumped up kicks.
Whatever. It's all the same to me.
Imagine the damage that would have been done if instead of guns and bombs, which the bombs didn't go off, did they?
I don't believe so.
No, so but
shot.
You know, just instead of guns, they used a combine. I mean, imagine you get one guy in there with a gun.
You can't drive it into a classroom.
No. You get one guy in there with a gun that's gonna smoke out all the people. They're gonna run out onto like the lawn or something, and then shoot, and just fucking mow out. Like,
is it fast?
80, I mean, fast enough to where it's fast enough and big enough. I mean, it's got like a fucking like 20-foot fucking spread. I don't know how fast do combines drive. That's a good question. I really wouldn't know.
In my head, it's this big machine that they're going to be running out of the classrooms and then hear a giant fucking engine going over and they'll be like, okay, don't run that way. Run the other way.
Gunfire is going to drive a lot of people out. It's the 20.
So is the point to avoid shooting them and you're just trying to corral them?
I think they could get more bodies with a combine.
So you're
25 miles an hour. You're not going to I mean... You can zigzag, but they're not all going to get out of that.
This is not a hypothetical where they did Columbine with a combine. This is a hypothetical where what if I showed up in a combine and helped them out a little bit? Gave him a little motivation. Yeah. Just the boost I needed to get through this Columbine shooting.
Thank you, Brian. I feel like there's a lot of jokes that are pretty specific to you and me.
Yeah.
But this is why we did this in the first place.
Exactly.
It's not like we're making any fucking money off this thing. It's just fun.
We don't make any money now. Wow, that was just porn. It just showed up.
Porn showed up.
Well, it was still.
That's why it's. Oh. I was going to say, it took him a long time to get here.
I told you I was gooning.
Yeah, yes, he did. He said he was gooning while driving. Which, by the way, gooning. If that ain't the funniest fucking thing.
I mean, what was the word of the year? Riz? It should be gooning.
It should be gooning.
24.
It's so funny.
We've made $5.20 total.
I haven't seen a fucking penny.
Saying. I don't think we have enough that I can even cash it out. Yeah, they're gonna take 20. They're gonna take the 20 cents.
And we gotta take a check for
signed us out. So I don't know if we're gonna get our money, folks.
You're gonna take a paper check that they put a fucking $1 stamp on to the bank,
addressed to 2.5 inches. It's addressed to 2 inches.
2 inches.
Because that's what I put in.
Oh, our names are 2 inches.
The name of the account is 2 inches, and the name of the show is 2.5 inches.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because remember you're the half inch.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot I am the half inch.
How could you forget? I mean, every time you look down.
Well, I mean, you don't really jack off. I can't goon. So what's the point of thinking about penises?
You gotta help me, Jerry. I can't goon.
Jerry. Which
Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld? Kramer can't goon? That's what
Kramer can't goon.
I never even actually watched Seinfeld. It's
pretty good.
Jerry Seinfeld is such a funny character to me.
He's just himself in the show. That's why.
Around some garlic bread. It's like a week and a half old. I should probably throw it out. It's probably not good anymore.
It's probably not good.
Yeah, see it over there?
No.
That's a tin wrap.
Oh, thing. You know what we should talk about? You know what we should talk about?
What's that?
Listeners, sound off. There's no comment section.
There's not a comment.
Email us. Nobody's emailing us. Nobody's calling.
The only time we get a text is when he fucking gets onto the company, the podcast text machine, and then we'll text my personal number.
I will say, I thought it was broken.
And say something like, "I'm in your walls." Or
we continually get voicemails that are completely silent. And I thought it was broken, but then you left a voicemail, and I was like, well, I can hear that one. But they're like, it's not like they're all like 30 seconds. They're all different lengths. And they're completely silent. There's not a sound. There's no breathing. There's no words. So, some of them are 12 seconds. Some of them are 1:36.
And there's just nothing.
And it's completely silent. Like, I downloaded the file and put it into something that could try to pull any sound out of it. And it was like, there's nothing here. There's fucking nothing. So I don't know if you're the one that's doing that, unmute your phone next time you.
Maybe it's intentional.
I hope not. You're driving me fucking nuts here.
Oh, man, that's probably the point.
Anyway, I was gonna say, sound off on the text. Call us and fucking unmute and sound off if you've had the Little Caesars pretzel crust pizza, and let us know your thoughts. We had some. I had it for the first time. I don't know if you had it previously. Yeah. Just a couple weeks gone by now. The pretzel crust pizza.
Oh, God.
The
me.
Wonderful.
How long did we spend on that? There's some nice little videos.
There's about 10 minutes of video.
I told the people at work
for like 3 hours.
I went to work on Monday. I said, "You guys ever have that fucking pretzel crust pizza?"
It was bad. It was fucking bad.
It was god awful. It's fucking terrible. Take a regular fucking Little Caesars pizza.
They fucked. No, it's not even the regular pizza. It's worse. The cheese is worse.
The cheese was worse.
The crust is
in fairness,
thinner.
We were eating it post. Like, could we eat the
post
deep dish? Yeah, no, not post taste. We were eating it the opposite of post taste.
Posthumously.
it was after its probable like golden age, you know. Yeah, like it had sat on the counter for a couple hours.
It was dying of warmth.
Yeah, but we nuked it in the oven and then
we did our best. Really,
we really did. We tried. We did the toaster oven. We did the regular oven. We did the microwave.
The problem. It's not even the crust, really. I mean,
it's not great. It's not even as good as I don't think the regular Little Caesars crust.
Yeah. So the fact of it is, it's the regular Little Caesars pizza made with the shittiest fucking byproduct ingredients that they can come by, and this is at a Little Caesars, so you can imagine the fucking quality you're getting here. And then they douse the whole thing in salt. In flakes, massive flakes of salt, and it's not a pretzel crust where it's just on the crust and it's like you're eating the soft pretzel as a crust.
Yeah,
they covered the whole pizza in a snowfall of solid salt. It makes it it
is absolutely. And so one of our friends that likes it, it was either the guy that bought it. Bless him, because he, it was complimentary. Yeah. He showed up to the function.
It was very kind of him.
He showed up to the function
and he supplied
with something to offer. Yeah, that's why we're thanking him. It's because of the deep. He brought it.
The deep dish.
We got a deep dish.
Sound off about the deep dish.
Yeah, deep. Oh god, that thing was fucking.
That's
smacking.
A good pie.
Oof.
I can't.
And then he also got a pretzel pizza, and
he also.
I appreciate the effort. But it was so unpleasant. We ate it anyway, but it was like 4:30 in the morning, and we were like fucking ripped, starving. And isn't that something when you're so fucking drunk?
I mean, you're in the place where, God forbid, I mean, we couldn't even appreciate good pizza if we had it, but we would eat fucking anything.
Yeah,
but we could taste enough.
Yeah, we were pretty dead to the world. It was a wee hour. There's the fucking witching hour. We've been drinking fucking Jack and Coke for like 6 hours straight. Yeah, we were greasing fucking whiskey.
We were in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean fucking stumbling around like a bunch of fucking retards, and we're still eating this pizza, going, oh my god. I had to get a glass of water. I mean, it was fucking absurd. But anyway, as he pointed out, you're like, how are they supposed to salt the pizza? How are they supposed to salt the crust? Don't do it.
Yeah,
I understand. I understand you can't just put the salt on the crust and it's gonna fall onto the pizza. So just don't salt the pizza. Why do you have to salt the pizza? It's got cheese. That's pretty, salty. It's got fucking the sauce is pretty salty. It's got the everything. Everything's a little, it's on the savory side. Why do you have to add a fistful of salt to the fucking pizza? What's that? What good does that do you other than fucking dehydrate you?
I mean, it's as if they gave you a pizza that tasted pretty good but smelled like literal shit. And then you asked them, and you were like, "Hey, I mean, I'm not gonna hit you because the pizza's here. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it smells like fucking ass. What happened? And they tell you, no, that's the liquid ass spray that we have to spray on the pizza. And you're like, why do you have to spray that on the pizza? if you just skip
could
that,
you not do that?
Yeah, if you just skip that step, I'd have a pretty decent pie here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have anything to say about it. But
I
mean, really, if it was a non-salted pretzel crust, then you got a novelty fucking menu item that is passably
even
food.
A lightly salted crust would be fine.
But
remember the next morning, I was trying to sweep up the fuck. I understand. There's video evidence of me throwing the box.
Still salt on the floor over there.
They're probably fucking. Well, I've cleaned a couple of times, but maybe there's probably shit on the fucking. I mean, that shit permeates through everything. It was so salty. We were trying to brush the salt off with our hands. It was a fucking futile effort, man. Because then it was baked into the cheese and shit. It was just a fucked pizza through and through.
I mean, it made it look bad. The cheese looked like it fucking boiled off because of all the salt.
Yeah, it was a dehydrated fucking pizza pie. It's a god awful. So if you like the pretzel crust at home,
kill yourself.
Yeah, basically. I was gonna say God love you.
I guess we do have friends.
Yeah, we've got a few friends. Because
then
the following day, after me and him are bitching about it in the group chat, it was like I think only 5 people popped off. You and me being 2 of them, and there was 3 other fucking sideways dick assholes.
Bought the pizza.
One of them bought the pizza the next day and said, sent a picture and said, yummy.
Nuts thing to do.
Nuts. After I just bitched about it for 30 minutes on fucking...
How do you not get that pizza, take a bite, and then go, oh, this is very salty.
Yeah.
And even if you're like, no, okay, I like salt. This is delicious to me. Not understand and be like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. No, I mean, and so why not just buy a regular fucking Little Caesars pizza? I think it's cheaper. Yeah, and then just... I've got a salt shaker. You can buy a regular... You can salt.
I got salt, man.
Yeah, we can add that element after the fact. Everyone else can eat the regular pizza, and then you can salt your individual slices later. It's not a big deal. We can work with that.
I mean,
you ruin everyone's pizza.
You either get a couple of weird looks at the party, at the function, or you ruin everyone's night.
Yeah, definitely ruin everyone's.
Probably get yourself uninvited to your brother's wedding.
My brother's wedding?
Well, somebody's wedding.
Somebody's wedding. Somebody's brother's wedding.
You've been labeled as a bad hang if you're showing up with the fucking pretzel crust pizzas.
A bad hang.
You're not going to be invited to the fucking back to school potluck.
No, man.
They're going to bully your kid.
and rightfully so.
They're gonna fill a condom with salt and put it in a burger, and
that's a good story.
And then feed it to you.
I am so glad you brought this up. There's this kid. There's a slug. Yeah, there's this kid. God bless him.
God bless his heart.
He really did mean well. He was really sweet. Very innocent guy. I ran into him actually not long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a few years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was still a few years, like, after the last time everyone else has seen him.
Yeah.
Obviously, he looked like shit, but... Yeah, no, he was sweet, and it was nice to see him, but... I was like, damn, he's fucking cooked. He's gone. The man we once knew is long dead.
You feel any responsibility for that? Maybe you had something to do with...
No, we started doing it because he was... it's possible we accelerated the... I was gonna say transition, but he's not actually. I think I don't know. He's like non-binary or something.
He's a flux.
He's something.
He's something.
But I was friends with him a long time ago, 7th grade and shit. And we were chill. We were cool. One time he comes out to...
He comes out?
Sort of. And not like as a homosexual, but he tells me and my other buddy, it was like the 3 of us, he was like, hey, you guys know what a brony is?
No.
And we were like, no. It was the 7th grade.
No.
Whatever fucking year it is, And So we're like, no. And he's like, well, it's like a dude, it's like a bro, and he likes My Little Pony. He's like, there are other. He was extremely quick.
It's a bro.
Yeah,
it's just a bro.
Like My Little Pony. What are you gonna do? And so we were like, that's fucking gay, dude.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. He's like, and then he was extremely quick to go, there's some people that masturbate to it, but I don't masturbate to it.
Okay.
He was like, that's called clopping, and then I don't do that.
Stop. It's like getting pulled over for a parking speeding and being like, I didn't rape those kids. I would never. Some people like to take their socks off and look at their feet while they do it. I would never do that.
Hold on. Who brought that element in here?
I said you were 15 over. What's happening? Just bringing back your license.
Oh yeah, and so we start like bullying him as 7th graders do when their friend tells them something fucking off the wall like that.
Right, as you should.
And so eventually he's like, no, you guys are right. I'm not going to watch the show anymore or whatever. And we're like, all right, cool, he's reformed.
Yeah, we fixed it.
We fixed it. There was just a little... Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, you guys sat back like, wow, we're really good friends.
We fixed him. So he remained a real good friend for another like year or so. And then we got into high school. And he just started really going down the rabbit hole, and he was super fucking just gay about everything. And so we were razzing him to the point where, fucking kids, we were calling him actually behind his back, we were calling him a slug because he
So when I first met you, we first became friends, and you were introducing me to.
I'm gonna get a drink.
That'll be great. Here, I'll tell the story. We first became friends, and he introduced me to some of his friends because I didn't have any friends.
You had a couple. I don't know where they were.
They were out there. The first introduction I had to this person, this brony, reformed brony, as it were, potentially, allegedly,
but probably not.
Allegedly not sexually, but probably sexually clopping brony guy. My introduction to him was there's this guy, we call him the Slug because he looks like the Slug from Monsters Inc. that asked for the paperwork. So I'm like, that sounds hilarious. I cannot wait to meet the Slug. And I think it was that same day. He says, all right.
No, it was a few days later.
A few days later.
We've been talking about the Slug for a few days.
It became sort of a legend to me. I had these visions in my head, and I thought, there's no way a person can look like that. It's simply not possible. So he brings me to meet this friend, and it's hard when a person has a legacy of being the Slug from Monsters Inc. has built up in your mind. It's hard to think about or picture anything else when you look at them and talk to them.
Definitely.
So the whole time we're being like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Very funny time.
Yeah.
And I'm looking down, biting my tongue, trying not to laugh. Like, this guy's the fucking Slug.
I can see he's struggling with the fact that we're introducing him to the man that we've been calling a slug. And so I devise this little bit, and I point down at the ground right by the man's feet and go, is that a fucking slug? This guy starts cracking up.
I know I was laughing. And the dam had broken.
Yeah, and so he thinks that he's laughing at the fact that I'm like a retard.
Yeah.
And goes, that's not a slug, that's a leaf, you idiot. Which made it all the more funny.
Made it that much better.
Yeah, because obviously he's not in on it, and that just makes everything a little sweeter. And so that was a lot of fun.
And then I believe, in my head,
he would eat anything.
This all happened in one day. I thought we devised the plan that very day
no.
the day after.
This is weeks later.
Yeah.
This is weeks later. We'd hang out. There's a big group of like 20 kids or something that would kind of hang out and like everyone had their own little circle, but like the circles made a circle, and then like occasionally people would intermingle, and every once in a while it'd be like a huge circle of people talking. High school shit. And
little click.
He would eat like if someone got lunch, little school lunch, and they didn't want to finish, he'd eat it. That man would eat anything. He'd
just gobble it up.
Yeah, and he'd gobble it.
Make a show of it.
Yeah, he'd make it pretty fast sometimes too.
Yeah.
And once he like raced somebody and he won, and so we then devised this plan. How did we get our hands on a rubber?
I don't want to say his name, but
Mr.
he ordered free ones. You remember? There's a website where you could get them.
Yeah, and he ordered
in California. They'll deliver them.
Didn't he send them to someone's house?
I believe so. He ordered them to someone else's house.
That's fucking hilarious. That guy is funny. That's a funny motherfucker. Guy. Yeah. It's so funny.
The mastermind of this plan.
I wish you would have been here last time he visited. He visited a couple weeks ago. Right. No, so he has all these condoms, and we're like, man, fuck this guy. This slug. And we were exceptionally mean to the man. He was a strange fellow. He had a lot of problems, but we really, took it to the next level. but so we get as many salt packets as we could from like the lunch lady. Yeah. And like fill up this condom.
Like 3 or 4 kids separately. As many as you can give me.
Yeah.
so we were trying to fill out this rubber.
Yeah, filling this condom with all these fucking packages of salt, and we hide it with this chicken sandwich. And we salt it all fucking. After we put the fucking Jimmy in there, we salt the burger itself a bunch
for a little seasoning.
Yeah,
give it a little so mask the rubber.
Yeah, our guy, our buddy there, sits with this sandwich in his hands, and the bell rings, and he goes, "Oh man, I'm not gonna eat this." And and the other guy says, Slugman says, "I'll eat it." Right on cue.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as we planned.
Just as planned. Yeah. And he goes, "All right, sure." And then he takes it, and then he says, "I think I'm gonna give it to Mr. It was just I had the next period with him.
And we were like, no,
we're like, no, you cannot.
You cannot do that.
Which, first of all, why would he fucking want it?
Some kid brings like, "Oh no, thanks, I don't want that."
Yeah, some fucking sweaty kid brings in an unwrapped chicken sandwich in his hands into your classroom and goes, "Here you go."
But it would make it that much better if he did give it to him, because he doesn't have any of the context. He just sees a sweaty kid walk up with an unwrapped chicken sandwich that's been tampered with, and says, "I want you to have this. Please eat it in front of me."
I had not, until this moment, considered the implications of if he did eat it, if he did give it to the teacher and he did eat it, and then goes, "What the fuck?" He would have expelled that guy.
Hey, talk about accelerating things. He would have fucking brought it straight to the end times right there.
You would have been pleading in the office.
You don't understand.
I swear I didn't know. Like, yeah, how else would a fucking condom full of salt get in a sandwich that you gave a teacher?
Oh my god. I didn't know. So anyway.
Yeah, so we convinced him, we're like,
"You can't."
Yeah, you're like, "No, you gotta eat it right now, dude. We want to watch you eat it."
No, we said, I bet you can't eat it right before the next bell.
Yeah, I bet you can't eat it in like under 20 seconds or something. He's like, "I bet I can." And he just starts taking these fucking shark bites out of the thing, shoving it into his mouth, and then he stops when he hits about halfway.
He took a good 3-4. He got most of the burger.
And he stops, and we're like, and he pulls out, and he's got this fucking Jimmy halfway in his jaws, and he starts spitting. Oh, he was so pissed.
Oh, he was very upset.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. That one was just good humor.
That one was
We did a lot of other things that were just mean, but that one was good humor.
That one was great.
One time I had oh no, he came into one of my classes senior year.
He came in one of your classes?
No, like he was not in that class, and he like came from somewhere to like deliver something. And I was like, oh hey man, I hadn't seen him in like a year and a half, even like in high school. Oh hi Mark. And he was like, hey man, as we were sitting there talking, and the English teacher there was listening to us. He was like, remember when you guys did, and remember, and everyone was like, Jesus, man, you're a fucking asshole. And I was like, yeah, but we were just fucking with you, you know? And he's like, yeah, it didn't feel like that. And I was like, I was getting put on the fucking hot seat. I was in trouble.
You were like, I gotta plead the fifth.
I can see it. The English teacher, who I was pretty tight with, I mean, like, she was cool, was like looking at me like, Jesus, damn, dude. And I was like, hey. We were just messing. It was just a friendly banter. And he's like, yeah, but then remember when you guys did that? And I was like, well, what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, come on.
One time, were you there? It was our PE period. We convinced the retard to go and throw a jelly donut on his head.
Yeah, I remember that.
I wonder how the retard's doing.
I don't know.
I hope well. He was. Talk about another sweet kid. He was.
Yeah.
He was sweet, and he's super funny. Super funny. One time, I actually went to middle school with him too. Mm. I think I've told you this. He kept saying the N-word. Soft A.
Mm. Good.
But he kept doing it.
Clean.
And he's fucking white as a well digger's ass. And so there was like 4 black kids at the school, you know. Yeah. But they were like, "Hey man, you can't say that."
Yeah.
And he was like, "What do you mean, nigga?" And they were like, "You can't fucking say that, man." And
you guys are the N-word.
And he's not like fucking Down syndrome drooling retarded. He's just obviously a little retarded.
Yeah.
And he like leaned in and was like, "Nigga." And they start beating the fuck out of him. He had a necktie on because he liked to wear ties to school. And they were fucking yanking on it. And he was like on the ground crying and choking because he couldn't get his neck. I mean, like he was being strangled by his necktie. It was fucking hilarious. Oh, man, what a time. What a school I went to.
Kids, huh?
Kids.
We had I think I talked about him before. Not about that he was a Brony, but there was a kid I knew 7th grade also who was Brony. But he was like a bully. He was like a shit kid that nobody liked, and then
Brony bully.
Yeah, so like it was one of those things where like if anybody else had been like because he wore like the fat rubber wristbands with fucking Brony shit on him. And shirts and shit. And he'd be like, yeah, I'm all about fucking Applejack or whatever.
Oh, see, my guy did. He was just like, he was pretty closeted still.
No, he was, well, because that was the thing, was he was like, yeah, I'm a fucking Brony. What are you going to do about him? We were like, he'll kill us.
He was a big kid?
He has, yeah. And he was the one that, the last I saw of him was on his Instagram. He was just stapling his stomach with a stapler.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this guy.
Yeah, that guy.
So he 2 years off the fucking wall.
2 years before that, he was like, yeah, I'm a fucking Brony. What are you going to do about it? We were like, hey, that's cool.
Hey, man, thanks for sharing.
Hey, I've seen a couple episodes. I like it. Please don't kill me.
No, that's hilarious. What happened with this guy?
I don't remember. I think he just kind of phased out of it after a while. Or at some point somebody was daring enough to talk some shit to him, and then he beat them up. And then the school was like, hey, you can't beat people up. So he's like, alright, I guess I won't wear my Brony shirts to the school.
I would love like a database where you could like look people up. Like, and like just whatever they're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess that's what like fucking Facebook is.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they went to prison when they were fucking 17, they're not gonna have a Facebook.
Yeah.
some of the people that I'm thinking about, I would like to look up, and I think that's where they are.
Yeah.
I just want to confirm my suspicions.
Yeah.
We knew, like, back in, like, the 4th grade, you're like, he's going to prison. Like, as soon as he's able to go to prison, he's going to prison.
I remember making that connection as, like, a middle schooler, like, picturing, like, prisoners that I've seen on television and, like, stories that I heard.
Yeah.
And pairing that with kids that I knew at school. I mean, like, oh, yeah, that's what that is. He's just not old enough, but that's what that is.
You're burning up. I went to kindergarten with this guy. He's got to be. I think he went to juvie in like the 5th grade. He was a fucking man. I mean, like in kindergarten, he was like a man. Like he wanted to like fight the teacher, and like he was just a fucking like he was a bad egg.
He was so bad. He was not a good noodle.
I know, but that's one of them. I'm like, where did he? Because the last time I ever saw him was like 3rd grade,
right? And
then he fucking fell off the face of the earth. God knows where he fucking went. But I had heard rumors that he went to juvie in like 6th grade or something, and then I don't know. That's the last I ever heard of him. But I always thought of it because it was like a big deal. About every week he would do something big. Like he'd run off. Like he would like shove the teacher, open the door, like hop the gate, and fucking start running down the street. And then the teachers would have to fucking start running after him. The principal would get out and they're trying to like drive the fucking golf cart after him. And it was like, so like that would happen almost every week.
Right.
And so we're like, what's he gonna do now? Yeah. Like, he was that kind of fella.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still think about him.
Often.
Not often. Just when I'm like reminiscing, I'm like, well, there were some bad eggs. I went to school with some weird people, and I'm like, oh yeah, that guy from kindergarten. Like,
yeah,
I wonder what he's up to.
It's like I selectively will forget those things. So I remember like one thread of like that kid threw a book in the library, and I go, oh shit, he was like a little criminal. I remember all the little things he did.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd ever seen somebody steal it was in elementary school. He stole the fucking school golf cart and
really?
Rode off on it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The principal's like running after him.
That's because I mean they just sit there.
They just
they
don't expect it. Nobody thinks it can happen.
Well, because I mean you're not going to get away with it, and it's going to be some dire consequences.
No, never. No.
I feel like that's kind of a societal problem.
It's more of a systemic problem.
But like it's like the same thing with like white people didn't used to rob things.
White people don't rob things.
Huh?
Sorry, did you say white people or white people?
White people.
Oh, okay.
You know, like there was like a huge. You're like, oh no, if I rob, like if you wanted to rob something, you had to like, I'm committing. You know, like I'm robbing this place. I'm going on the fucking lam.
Yeah.
And I might go to prison. Now it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, as long as I don't steal over $1,000, everything's going to be hunky-dory.
Yeah.
They won't prosecute. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I think it's like the golf cart. If you were facing something less than like a really bad suspension or expulsion for stealing the golf cart, it could happen more often.
They could probably nearly do the same thing with the school bus.
Yeah.
But much bigger consequences there.
Yeah, no, exactly. The fucking school bus sits there with the keys in it. Speaking of school buses getting jacked, I watched this. You hear about the Chowchilla?
You hear about this?
You know about this? You hear about this? A school bus in Chowchilla in the 70s. These 3 dudes fucking jacked it. They're still alive. Actually, they all just got out of prison. 2019, the last one got out of prison.
What do they do now?
I don't know. One of them
live amongst us.
One of them was a son of probably at that time, like comparatively, like a billionaire.
Oh,
because like in the 70s, he's worth like $200 million.
Yeah.
So you know, like it's fucking. Anyway, so yeah, basically, I'll just keep it short and simple. The son of a billionaire, and like 2 of his friends who were also far from broke, like upper middle class. You know, you got a fucking pool, you're not broke. Yeah, the 3 of them. The one of them was like, I don't want to be my dad's son. Like I want to like make my own money. And so his scheme of making his own money was to ransom a school bus full of children to the federal government for $5 million.
I'm gonna make my own money.
Yeah, it would have been his own money, but I mean, when your dad's worth $200 million, you're gonna find $500 million in the fucking couch cushions. You know, and who gives? And then you got to split it 3 ways. What's he looking at there? He's looking at like fucking $1.7 million. Get the fuck out of town. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what they did though, and so they kidnapped him. They buried him alive in a moving trailer, and luckily, there was a group of kids, and there was one like 14-year-old boy who did most of the work, but then the bus driver was down there with him too. And so the 14-year-old and the bus driver kind of worked together to rescue, because there was like 5-year-olds and shit down there. Yeah, I was up in Chowchilla, California.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so they got out, and then they like ran to the nearest like civilized place, and there was this dude, because they said they were like trying to sneak, and they saw this dude running towards them, and they're like, fuck. I guess the kidnappers, and this guy was like, "You're the ones on TV." And so it was just like some fucking asshole was just like on a walk and was like, "Yo, it's the fucking school bus full of kids that's missing." And so it was an interesting story. But then there was a story about like how like the rest of the docuseries was about like how fucked up everyone was. Like almost all those kids grew up very troubled.
Oh yeah,
which being buried alive would do that to you.
You can't really live. You can't. You haven't lived until you've been buried alive.
That's what I always say.
That's why I'm not living.
I can fix that for you.
Yeah,
I can bury you alive.
You bury me alive.
I'm trying to clean the dead flowers off my plant.
What the fuck this guy is doing?
There's all these dead flowers makes my plant look like shit. It's not like my plant's dying, it's just the flowers died. You know how it goes.
This guy bullied a slug, and this is how he turned out.
It's true. I was a bit of a bully.
Yeah, you definitely.
Have we talked on the podcast about the gulag before?
Maybe. I know we talked a bit about you
being a dick.
Being a bully.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I was slim and confident.
I was not,
and that was enough to just take me. I mean, the power that gives a child is just fucking unreal. So, you know, you get an age where you're like, I can do whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, used to sit with my buddies, the Slug being one of them, and we would gather people's homework out of their backpack because they'd leave their backpacks unattended on the wall, and we would gather their like homework and shit. We had the same class with these people, so we knew what was important and what wasn't, and we'd throw it in the fucking garbage for kicks. We thought it was the funniest thing in the fucking world. We got a Sharpie and wrote on the trash can gulag, because then we would laugh and say we're sending it to the gulag and throw their fucking homework away.
Fucked up.
That's so fucked up. I mean, you imagine, man. Because how
only...
are you gonna tell the teacher, like, I swear to God I did it, but I lost it? Like, I don't know where it went. It was in my backpack this morning. How many times did they get told that?
Yeah,
we did that somewhat often. It wasn't a one time. You know, it wasn't a fucking one off. We would do that every other fucking day for like a few weeks.
The only thing, like, even close to that we did, me and a couple of other, like a good, like 5 or 6 other kids in this class, not even with any malicious intent. We just wanted a mystery to solve. Oh yeah. So every time it was the same quiet, like top of the class Korean girl. We would just steal shit from her, and then the other 5 or 6 people would work together as a detective team and try to solve what. I mean, every time it started from like,
what are they trying to solve?
From the beginning, they'd be like, what was stolen from who and where is it? But,
well, that's kind of fun.
After like 3 times in a row, it became, okay, what did we take from Elizabeth? Well, she's like sobbing in class because she's like, my highlighters are gone, and they're like, the first clue.
The first clue.
now to find them.
That's pretty fun. That's pretty innocent, really.
But like the teacher was being like, "What the fuck? Why do you keep stealing from her?" Like, I don't know. It's kind of, she leaves her backpack unattended a lot. It's an easy target. It's an easy crop of things we can hide.
Yeah. One time we had in our minds a really big heist.
Yeah.
We're gonna steal someone's phone.
Oh.
And so we were getting. Oh no! We were gonna hard reset someone's phone.
Oh.
Worse.
Which is worse. Stealing assumes that they'll get it back at some point. You'll go, haha, I had your phone.
No, we were gonna fucking erase someone's phone.
We were gonna hard reset and then sell someone's phone.
No. We were gonna hard reset and put it back.
That's so fucked up.
So they would just get their phone.
Where is all of my shit?
Where's all my everything?
It's my whole
She's
life.
Gonna restart her fucking iPhone and it's gonna go, hello, hola, xing wang, and she's gonna go, what the fuck? Anyway, so we're on her phone. We get to the point where like we've chosen a victim, we've gotten into her backpack, we got her phone, and we're trying to fucking hard reset it. And she saw us and like got like the fucking yard duty or whatever.
Oh shit.
And she's like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, nothing. And she's like, you had my phone. And I was like, that was your phone? Oh yeah. Oh, we noticed that it was your phone, so we put it back because I thought it was my phone. And then the yard dude was like, you thought it was your phone? And I was like, yeah, we have similar backpacks. She's like, where's your backpack? And I was like, surround. Because it wasn't similar.
It's around. You've seen it.
Yeah. I was like, it's pretty similar, and our phones look somewhat similar as well. But I got confused. Anyway, I just basically, eventually there was an understanding among everybody that like, yeah, I was stealing your phone, but I'm never gonna fucking admit it.
I will die with this.
Because like everyone was just kind of on board, like, come on, just tell me that you're stealing your phone. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was just stonewalling them, and they had no. I put it back, so they had no evidence, other than like a visual, like, hey, I thought I saw you on my phone. Like, you're delusional. I don't know what you saw. I didn't do it.
I don't know what kind of crazy thoughts are going into your mind.
I was totally like fucking Tony Soprano with the FBI, just like, I know you do it. I know that you know that I do it. Yeah. But you don't have any fucking evidence, so kiss my ass. And that was exactly how it went. A lot of fun. I can't believe we didn't talk about our younger days on the podcast before.
No.
That's pretty good. I mean, that flows well.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see when we listen to it.
See, I don't have any great stories like that because I was getting bullied by the Brony guy.
Which is fucking hilarious. That's a good story.
Yeah, imagine that guy tripping you repeatedly and then laughing at you and then showing up the next day being like, yeah, I really hope my Applejack and Rainbow Dash fanfiction takes off. Yeah, I do, because I've
fan fiction?
No, I don't know if he did.
Oh, okay.
But he was
that
like, he was like, I'm
talking about icing on the cake.
He's like, I'm fucking proud of it. What are you going to say about it? And I'd be like,
nothing, man.
That's gay.
Cowering, are you telling me he's gay?
Yeah, man. That was, I mean, looking back, that was gay as shit. I wish somebody would have.
Someone should have checked him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if he stapled his own stomach.
Oh yeah.
Repeatedly.
He lost it.
I mean, he was not stable. He may have actually killed somebody if they called him gay for liking My Little Pony.
That's true.
I got a story. We should do a second episode. We're at an hour right now.
Oh, okay. Should we wrap it up here?
Let's wrap it up here. We'll do another episode. A little teaser. I like to be a tease. I'm going to tell a story. Another childhood story.
This is episode 13.
Episode 13.
You have a name for us? Childhood? Bronies? The Slug? The Legend of the Slug.
The Legend of the Slug? You think so?
I don't know. I'm brainstorming.
What's the one where it's like the something, the witch in the wardrobe?
The Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe?
The Slug, the Sandwich, and the
Jimmy.
The Slug, the Sandwich, and
the Jimmy.
And the Jimmy. That's good.
I like that.
The Legend of the Slug, or the Slug, the Sandwich, and the Jimmy.
I like that one.
Okay. All right. Let's do that one.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta play the outro.
All right. Folks, make sure you like, comment. There's no comment. Make sure you rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Music. Send us a voicemail.
Please send us a voicemail.
If you don't know it, go watch the last episode. Listen to the last episode, and you'll have the phone number.
We don't remember it either. So.
Kill yourself if you like pizza crust.
Not pizza crust, pretzel pizza crust.
Pretzel, oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's been an epidemic of suicides.
Like pizza crust.
All of our listeners have just killed themselves.
Alrighty.
Alright, bye.
Damn.